When my family decided to move to the old mansion on Maple Street, everyone in town said we were making a mistake. The house had been uninhabited for decades, and rumours swirled about the tragic events that had taken place there. My parents dismissed the stories as mere superstitions, convinced by the house's low price. The first few weeks went smoothly. The house was dusty, creaky, and needed a lot of repair. The only odd thing I noticed was the peculiar whispering sound coming from the walls in my room. I first heard it on the third night, thinking it was the wind or maybe rats. But the words became clearer each passing night. Get out. Leave. Before it's too late. I tried to dismiss the whispers, blaming them on my imagination. But it became harder to do so when things began to move around in my room. My favourite necklace disappeared from its usual spot and was later found hanging on a nail in the attic. My diary, which I kept under lock and key, was found opened and pages torn. I tried talking to my parents about it, but they brushed it off, attributing it to stress from the move. My younger brother Tom, who was 6, didn't seem to notice anything. Or so I thought. One evening, as I was heading to bed, Tom tugged at my sleeve. His face was pale and his eyes wide with fear. I hear them too, he whispered. The voices from the wall. They don't want us here. The realization that I wasn't alone in my experiences was both comforting and terrifying. We decided to do some research. The local library had old newspaper articles that detailed the history of our new home. We learned about a young girl named Eliza, who lived in the house over a century ago. She had mysteriously vanished without a trace. The last record of her mentioned that she often complained about voices in the walls, just like we did. One evening, as a storm raged outside, the whispers grew louder. They were desperate and angry. Every room in the house echoed with the same chilling message. Find her. Free her. Guided by an unseen force, Tom and I found ourselves in the basement, armed with shovels. We began digging in a corner that felt colder than the rest. Hours passed until our shovels struck something solid, a small wooden box. Inside, there was a porcelain doll with strikingly lifelike features. Around her neck was a locket. When we opened it, there was a portrait of a girl, unmistakably Eliza. On the back of the locket, an inscription read, "To my beloved daughter, may you forever remain by my side." The next morning, we buried the doll in the backyard, marking the spot with a simple wooden cross. From that day, the whispers ceased. Instead, sometimes, late at night, I would hear a soft lullaby, as if someone was singing a child to sleep. Years later, when it was time for me to leave for college, I stood in my room one last time. As I glanced at the walls, I whispered, "Thank you, Eliza." The wind outside seemed to carry a gentle voice that responded, "Thank you."